Fairvilla Megastore. Poser man. That's not what they're called. They're called Flint Mints. Hold on, let me turn off my. Yeah! All right, welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
It's a heck of an intro with my new hit song, Pussy Mints. I'm going to get all that out of the way because we can't say that stuff on the radio. All right. Can you pull that, you want to get about an inch off of it and go ahead and talk for me, please?
Sure, hello.
There we go. Perfect. That sounds good, Joe. You about an inch off? Yep, there we are. Thank you, Joe.
Como testes.
All right. Debbie?
Yes.
Joe?
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure. Because I don't think we've met Debbie, and I was
happy to introduce her, I thought.
I was going to say her name wrong. Because I don't know if you guys know this. This is the warm-up. Tom and I meet people, and then they go, hi, what is your name? Steven. Hi, Steven. Nice to meet you. And then we start the show, and then I'm like,
what's up, Joseph?
And I don't know her name or what's going on. All right.
I get that completely.
There we go. That's good. Mr. Van, would you like to begin?
Yeah.
Where's this go?
Monday 3.
Monday 3. All right. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Joe and Debbie are here from Fairvilla Megastore.
Hey, they're here. We're doing it.
How you guys doing?
So good.
Amazing.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you. It's been a minute.
You were hanging out with our wives.
Yeah, we've
weren't
been playing with your girls.
I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that. We had a Side Chicks meetup at Fairvilla last weekend.
My God, your wife is a Picasso.
Okay, okay, hold on. Well, before we start that, I want to talk about Fairvilla's Sweet and Spicy Valentine's Day party.
Yes.
It's February 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. And tell us a little bit about the party.
Well, I'm so excited, actually. I brought you our party princess. So Debbie is our events and education manager, so she manages all the things and can bring us all the fun details. But she is the mastermind behind the great events that we've been putting on at Fairvilla over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So Debbie, nobody could do better than to talk about being sweet and salty. Just kidding.
Sweet and spicy.
I feel like I'm salty. I hold on to the salt factor. Maybe I'm middle of the road.
You don't get the Valentine's gift.
Yeah.
You'd be salty, so you gotta come to Fairvilla.
I know, right? So sweet and spicy is our Valentine's party. So Debbie, tell us some of the highlights that we can look forward to at the party.
It is gonna be a good time. I'm really excited. This party is gonna have burlesque dancers. We're gonna have chocolate and wine pairing tasting.
Good dancers?
Yes. As a matter of fact, let's pause on that. Do you guys know Liz Vixens?
Liz Vixens?
Yes.
No, we have had many I call them burlesquers.
Burlesquers.
It's a cross between buskers and burlesque. They're burlesquers.
Yeah.
I made it up. And we've had we've had a SpongeBob burlesque in here.
Yes.
And then we were supposed to have her back in, but yes, I do not know who is the woman you are, or is it a troupe?
It's a troupe.
Okay,
yeah.
tell me.
They're spectacular.
Yeah, what are they?
So
Are there any men?
No.
Some burlesque troupes have men.
Liz.
Oh, they're lesbians. Are they all lesbians?
Yeah,
you could be straight and be in the
I feel
lesbian.
like we haven't met them all, so I don't want to, say
Can't
what
speak
they
for
are.
all of them.
Yeah, but they
I know
definitely
they represent
fly a
for sure.
flag.
Yeah, I got you.
And they're hot.
You know, Angel.
And they're actually going to be in here. I'm bringing them in next month.
Oh,
actually.
great.
That's what I like.
Hey,
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so excited
Did you
about
know that our good friend Angel Rivera of the Monsters in the Morning radio program.
He's a burlesque dancer?
He is.
He does that on the side?
He has performed burlesque.
That's good to know. I'm actually going to be there in a couple
Yeah,
weeks. So
reach out to him.
Okay.
6'8". Big mega dog.
Angel, we need you.
Big
you can
Bird.
hear
They
this.
call
Oh
him.
my God, they call him Bill Burr.
So we're going to have that amazing troupe. Thank you. Yes. What else we got going on?
We're going to do some chocolate and wine pairing tasting. So it's
Okay.
going to
Alright.
be really fun, really sexy.
Is this like regular chocolate, or is this chocolate that you like dip on your, put your toes in it?
Big
No, but we
Bird.
do sell that kind.
Yeah.
We do sell. No, this is just going to be regular chocolate. We're working with Maitland Chocolates, I believe. And we're going to be doing some, complimentary wine.
Are they
tasting with
really
that.
Maitland Chocolates? Because Tom says he's Maitland, but he's Castleberry. I just want to make
feel
sure this
that.
isn't
No,
Castleberry
the
chocolate.
address is
You know what you
okay.
have to do? You have to ask the zip code.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
are you 32751 or 32746? Be real with me. Don't
Yeah,
play.
he's a
I'm
I'm
from
5'1", baby. You know.
He ain't no 5'1".
Yeah.
He's a 4'6" all day.
claiming it.
You know why I know that? I'm 4'6".
Now-
That's my height.
If my mailbox fell over, it'd fall in 4 seconds. I'm close. I'm close.
Yeah.
We blew the wind, right?
But if you're on the line,
He calls it Casa Maitland.
tie goes to the runner. You
Oh my
see?
God, that should have been our country group.
Oh,
The Casa Maitland
Casa
line.
Maitland.
Casa
That's
Maitland
brilliant.
line. Woo!
Debbie, let me just bitch about something for a second.
Yeah.
Because
Are you still warring with Castleberry
we'll
water?
we'll get back to the Valentine's Day party, February 5th, Fairvilla Megastore. Do you have to pay anything to get in? It's a free event.
Yeah.
Even the cocktails.
Well,
are
and
free.
just before you start to bitch, here's the fun part:
Okay.
is that we've actually set this event up because so many people are intimidated, right? As we've talked about several times,
Yes.
about what we carry and what they're looking for and what they eat. How do we shop? So the fun thing about the sweet and spicy event is that you can actually come in, touch, play, taste, see, and discover what is your flavor. So are you sweet? Are you spicy? Are you salty like me? Right? But the fun part is that
pain.
well, and that might make you a little on the spicy side.
Yeah.
But
A little
someone else might be a little curious and still living on the sweet side.
like to electrocute my potatoes.
And you could do that in a sweet way or
Yeah.
in a spicy way.
Yeah.
So what's really fun is that we're going to have the opportunity to explore that during the sweet and spicy party.
I like my wife to kick 'em purple.
Well, then why would you say that?
That's a different flavor.
Yeah, it is
The
a different flavor.
Fairvilla always does an amazing job with all their events
You know
and
why?
parties.
We
It's
kind
all high
of
end.
we kind of stole our stupid idea of free parties from Fairvilla. That's a true story. Like Bill Murphy
But-
has been putting on free parties
50 years.
for 50 years,
Yeah.
and
But
when
high quality, the highest
Yes.
quality.
because that's how. Well, you can't stop. But once you do it, you can't stop doing it.
No,
No.
yeah.
That's the hook. Is
That's
you got to
right.
keep getting the people in there with the great parties.
So speaking of events and parties, the Side Chicks are
Yes.
BDM Side Chicks, which is a Facebook group that female BDMs
Only.
started.
Yeah.
You could only be a female BDM to get in there. We're
no
not
men,
even in there. I
No
don't even
men
know
are
what's
allowed
there.
in there.
I wanted to get in there
Yeah.
to see because I saw there was, spicy pics sometimes. I
there
looked,
were.
but I can't even get in.
And
Anyway.
there were some men in there, but as of Monday, I signed legislation. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm just being stupid.
Well, I'm honored
I make
to
fun
be
of
a side.
everything. Sorry, I'm making fun of
I'm
it.
honored to be a new side chick.
You're
and
in the
it's
side
very
chicks.
fun.
So they did this event, and I heard from everybody. It's super nice. Everybody had a great time.
Yeah, my wife's weenie rock is right behind
Okay,
our
well,
guest.
I'm glad you brought that
Yeah.
up. So one of the
Craft.
activities
It's a craft.
Yeah.
at the event, which I laughed at when I first heard,
Hold on a second.
because I laughed at my wife
Was
doing
this
this.
supposed to be draw your own husband?
No, okay,
Because
All right.
your wife went sideways.
okay. Well, so
Can't even put it on camera.
one of the activities was draw a
Paint. No, it's paint.
a paint
Paint a penny.
a male penis
Yeah.
on a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like Snoop on a stoop. You know what I mean.
Okay, so we were getting into the Sanford Rocks situation, right?
What
So
is-
Sanford Rocks is a really big. Come on, y'all! You got a thing. You've never found a Sanford Rock.
But what is that?
Sanford rocks are these rocks that these groups of people and organizations
They're
they
called
paint.
homeless people.
Yeah,
They're
20
not.
years
It's a
ago,
big deal.
it
And
was
you-
made out of crack.
If you
It's a
travel,
little different now.
Yeah.
though. Sorry.
if you travel around downtown Sanford, you can get blessed by finding a Sanford rock. So we tied in our little kinky craft to doing our own Fairvilla rocks.
So
there you go.
all the side chicks painted
Weenie
a
Rock.
male member weenie rock.
Weenie
on-
Rock.
You know, so
Yeah.
Did they all paint a weenie rock, or did we have any vulvas involved?
No, I think there were. Someone might have done an actual chicken.
Oh,
Yeah, there were a couple of
No, no,
chickens.
Going
I
with
saw that. Oh,
the rhyming name that we usually
Yeah.
use. That
Right,
probably
that's
can't be
good.
said
so
my wife's is right there. You can see it.
Oh
She
my
put
God,
like a
that's
little.
a good one.
See, I brought mine in. I represented. If I were you, I wouldn't have brought in her. Your wife's is
okay,
embarrassing.
all right. yeah, all right.
It was too far. It's too
It's
far.
the
Yeah,
bitch.
well,
went too far.
okay, so
I yelled at Andrea for it. I go, "What is that?"
So Crystal, I was like, "Oh, how was the event today at Fairvilla?" And she was like, "Oh, it was great. It was super nice." Like,
they had a good time.
Fairvilla always does an awesome job.
My
Tracy
wife was
did
like, "The Sanford
good,
store is so
Joe.
beautiful," and I said, "I told you you're gonna say that."
And then I was like, "Oh, I heard about the old rock, the C word rock." And then she's like, "Oh yeah." And then she showed me a picture of hers,
Yeah.
right?
I can't put it on Twitch. I can't. I can't put it on YouTube. We'd get our account revoked.
So okay, because when I looked at it, I was like, "Why'd you draw it like that?"
She
Well,
drew
you know,
it like a goddamn Michelangelo over here.
well, not even that, but so
Also uncircumcised.
everybody knows that when you draw that image, it is standing at attention. You see what I'm saying? It's
Not your wife's.
Well, I know. So
She
then when I
drew
looked
a
at it,
big flaccid.
yeah.
Big
So-
flopper.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
So then then I was like, well, hold on. Did everybody draw it? Not.
Also, your wife's, she drew one that, like, as if she were in an art class at Rollins College. It has got a background. It's got charcoal shading.
Okay, I have to see it. Do you
And
have a
the
picture on your
fine
phone?
line work that she did on the foreskin is, it literally looks as if,
You were modeling.
It looks as if Michelangelo himself painted it.
The problem is
She brought it to life.
Or a photograph from Ansel Adams.
when
Tom.
everybody turned around the rocks at the end, all the side chicks, and I know the majority of them
Yeah.
in there.
They're all a bunch of making laws jokes.
They're all
Yeah.
like, everyone drew theirs at attention.
My wife put a bow tie on hers.
Like your wife did, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
normal, like when you draw a D on the back of
pecker,
a
yeah.
semi truck,
A pecker.
you draw the stereotypical bonnet.
Yeah,
you know what
you
I'm saying?
draw
Like
an up pecker.
Yeah.
I feel like you got so much attention in a kilt that she might have needed to downplay
Yeah, I think your
assets.
wife drew your real big
You know,
dog.
because you've gotten so much juice out of the kilt picture.
Hey.
Maybe we just need to bring it in.
Yeah, man.
She's a wise woman.
And it was really shaved, so I thought she was just doing like the old like, and it looked sad. So I was like, that's a self-portrait.
It would be like,
or a Monday morning.
follow me with this analogy.
All right.
If everybody's like, all right, draw a picture of your husband in a race, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then everybody drew a picture of their husband, like in the stereotypical running
Yeah.
formation. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And
Like,
yours was like this.
and then I'm in a wheelchair. You see what I'm saying? It seems like she portrayed that mine doesn't work. That's all I'm saying. Like everybody drew.
I didn't think about that.
Everybody drew theirs
Yeah.
working.
Show
and
it in
then
the state you see it the most.
mine not working.
Yeah.
When you're most familiar
Like,
with.
how do you remember your grandfather in the wheelchair?
And then I said, why'd you draw it like that? Why did you draw the stereotypical? It seems like you're portraying that mine doesn't work
Well,
to
your
everybody.
veins are popping out.
What
of
was
your
her
head.
answer?
Huh?
What was her answer?
She's like, I don't know. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, of course. Why? That's how
also-
everybody else said it. Like, why'd you draw like that? Tom's doesn't work.
Also, from what
That's what I would think.
Also, from what I understand, she looked up a how-to video and sequestered herself in the corner alone and drew it for hours.
yeah.
That's crazy, right?
There was
That's
some
crazy.
focus.
And I will say, I'm not going to hate on it because if you do look on it, guys, don't ask for it. I can't put it on the camera. It's too graphic. But it's an amazing picture of a penis.
It would be like if me and Daniel and a bunch of other male BDMs were asked to draw some sort of boob balloons or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of this.
Well, welcome
whatever.
to our next event.
Yeah, I'll draw that.
And then
Recourse.
Yeah.
And then everybody drew the stereotypical big, cartoon tees,
And you
right?
drew 2 fried eggs.
And I drew 2 tropey fried eggs. And then you would look at me and you're like, well, that's what Tom must see all the time.
Say, this guy's an a-hole. Yeah, I'd be like, why would you do that?
Yeah, you would make the thought like, oh, this is what crystals must look like.
You know
see what I'm saying?
I feel like y'all need craft therapy.
I will say at first, I did not understand what you meant, sir.
Oh, God.
Right.
Now that you've explained, and your frustration is breaking the studio.
The passion.
Now that you've explained, I do understand. I get it. You're fine.
Anyway, so I just need to get that out there.
He's breaking the studio because his wife...
Did you see the veins popping from his head?
His wife drew a penis of his that does not work, and it made him mad.
And then everybody at Fairvilla and everybody who saw it is going to make the assumption that I have a problem down there. And I'm here to tell you that.
Was that your
don't.
assumption? That was not my assumption.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember it being sizable. So there's
It was
that.
sizable.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I
was a
said.
nice
Yeah,
size.
it was a good one.
And
You know?
it was elegant.
I mean,
and
look at
well,
mine. Do you want to be
well
that?
applied.
Yeah.
Do you want to be
The line
that?
work was
Do you want to be
beautiful.
the...
But you know
short
what?
and cartoony.
Yeah, do you want to be a 1-inch bow tie?
It was so sizable that it was obvious to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
that ain't that.
That's Antonio.
Look
Yeah.
at this. It can't be
And-
Tom.
yeah, at the end she was like, I entitle this Antonio.
Which is double worse because your first thought is, oh, it doesn't work. And second thought, too big to be Tom.
Wait a minute. Oh my
You
God.
insulted me twice.
And it was uncircumcised, and Antonio was uncircumcised. I've heard this story before.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to what you guys brought.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
move on.
yeah.
Let's move on.
Although we do have other craft opportunities, I feel like we could work this out at the table.
All right.
Yeah,
all
A
right.
little
Craft at the party.
Sharpie and some stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
craft at-
secrets next month,
Yeah.
right? Do y'all know that? We actually do a class at Secrets Hideaway once a month.
Oh, really?
Fairvilla
Wednesday.
University goes out. Actually, Debbie is our lead educator there. So once a month at Secrets Hideaway, we do a class in the dungeon.
Oh, wow.
Club Swingster.
There's a dragon
It's
laying
really
on top
fun.
of a pile of gold.
beautiful.
It's
Club,
very,
too.
yeah,
Really
it's
nice.
spectacular.
Can we
Yeah.
do like we need to set up a segment at Secrets one day because I
Yeah.
gotta get in there and see what's going
And
on.
would you? When we get in
I know
there,
something
with our,
fun's going on
I
in
want to
there.
get in there with our recording equipment, and then I want you guys to find us like some sort of like-minded woman that we can, tie up in the ropes and slap her T-words purple.
No, that's a little awkward. I want to see.
No. I wanna use the whips, cat of nine tails.
Because they're having fun in there. Like,
Having all the
Yeah.
fun, yeah.
and all I'm doing is,
It's
taking
also
my
an
kids
incredible
around.
venue. Taking your kids is Secrets?
No.
Yeah.
Just around to one thing or the other. That's all I do, Joe.
Yeah, he just sits outside the truck with his kids while his wife's inside secret.
Yeah.
P9.
Yeah, what do you got in the bag? What's in the bag? Let's go to the bag.
I'm so excited about this. Actually, so what Debbie did was these are some of our must-haves for Valentine's Day.
All right.
And these are some of the things that you're going to be able to play with if you come to the Valentine's party. But we wanted to showcase some of the things that the ladies were having fun with.
Yeah,
over the
we showed all
weekend.
these things for the Side Chicks event, and they ate it up. They loved it.
They loved 'em.
So for the party, one of the vendors that are actually going to be there is Shots, and they have this amazing new line called Paris Pink, and it's a whole line of sparkly pink, kind of like restraints and floggers or paddles, and collars and stuff like that. But it's all sparkly and
I
pink.
think they do have a pink flogger. It's iridescent. It's gorgeous.
Oh, they do have one.
So the fun thing about this line, I think I brought you guys the Paris Blue, actually. Fun thing about this line, somebody who's a little curious but doesn't, the whole black leather or scary red
Yeah.
vinyl freaks
Pretty
them out.
intimidating, yeah.
This is super cute. It's super sweet. It's not offensive. Anybody
It's
who
sweet and
enjoyed
spicy.
the movie 50 Shades of Grey, this is a
They're
great
cute.
gateway kind of pleasure fun.
I only got
they're-
through about 37 shades, and then
You tuckered out. Just
yeah,
tuckered out.
Well, it is
I don't
still
know.
a movie that so many people go
I've
by.
seen enough
so-
shades.
yeah.
Any 40 and above.
Yeah.
I could
But
deal
if
with
you
the
were to
first one.
ask, my
And
favorite shade, my favorite shade is number 5.
Tell me, what does that look like?
A 5? Oh, bright pink. Bright pink.
Just checking.
Yeah,
sir.
some would say red snapper.
Come on. Let's talk about handcuffs for a second.
Let's talk about them.
Uh-oh.
Tell me how cute these are.
Uh-oh, this guy wants to talk about deportation. I knew it.
Different
It's
show.
an agenda.
When I grew up, when I was young Tom Van in the late 80s and 90s.
You found your mom's handcuffs?
No. But there was a lot of movies in the late 80s and 90s that portrayed a businessman.
Police Academy.
Secretary.
No.
Yeah.
Where
You handcuff him to the bed and then you steal all his valuables.
Yes!
And then he's laying there naked.
Oh, with his boxers on.
And
He's
then,
like, hey!
and then his business partner and or detective partner walks in and is like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
He's like,
And then he's
don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We should do this.
Yeah, and they're handcuffed
Yeah.
to
I feel
some
like
motel
you're
bed.
missing the consent conversation. Look at how cute that is, y'all. Can you see that?
Well, there was.
Oh,
You
yeah,
see
that
that?
is
Look
nice.
at how cute that
Well,
is.
I let
And
the
again,
prostitute
you do them like
handcuff
this?
me.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
know
I
she was gonna
feel
steal
like
my
as soon as
stuff.
the prostitute's in my car, we've consented it up, right? Right? No, she's in my car.
So
Consent's ongoing, though.
Right.
It's ongoing.
My
I
God.
thought it was just at the beginning.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
so complicated.
Once I've signed the document,
It's when you walk in the door and then everything else. Anyway,
I feel like I'm trying to get trapped here.
I just thought that I'd find
We're
myself.
going to have a
in-
consent conversation. It's Southern actually coming up on
Okay.
February 19th. We should all be in attendance.
Oh,
for that.
consent. Let's go to consent
There
land.
you go. It's cocktails and consent.
There you go.
All I'm saying is I've never found myself in that situation.
know.
And as a young Tom Van, I thought I'll be a businessman one day. And one day a prostitute will handcuff me to a bed.
I did
and
think
then
that
my,
too.
You know,
my
I think
partner
we
will
heard.
find me.
I think we heard a
That's so
Tom fantasy.
I just never.
Right. I think we've
would-
discovered a Tom fantasy.
I've never had restraints. I've never been with a woman that has asked me to restrain her.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I've been with most women larger than me, so I can't restrain her. But just, you know.
But that's not. It's all about being restrained,
Yeah.
and that's a kink, and not even. Is that more of a general? I feel like the any sort of light pain, like obviously the real hardcore pain, maybe not for a lot of people, but
That's a great question.
like a
Debbie.
spanking or a restraining, it seems like it's in general the most popular kind of kink, right?
Totally. Very common. Very
Yeah.
common.
Common kink. I don't know
Yeah.
most popular, but
I wouldn't
it's
say most
definitely
popular, yeah.
Actually, watching
Watching is definitely
Voyeurism.
I didn't
Voyeurism
think
is
about
a
that.
big
Yeah.
one.
voyeurism. Yeah.
That's the number one because most people, if you're,
And exhibition.
I mean, even if
Yeah.
you're looking at, adult, cinema. I don't say porn anymore. I say adult cinema.
No,
Okay,
it's-
well,
yeah.
watching your
Class
partner
But
or
that-
watching
no, but I
someone
think
else?
In
watching in
general.
general, that's
Yeah.
still
Or-
like
watching an expo, watching a class, people watching other people have experiences is the most popular kink.
Okay.
But everybody's kind of got one. I think that we put kinks in an envelope, right? We put them in some sort of bucket, and we
I
feel
put
like
mine in an envelope, but it gets real messy.
I put mine in a Homer bucket.
Yeah.
I feel like
guess
we have our
yeah.
definitions confused. But
Oh.
anyway,
I put mine
so-
in a frame
but you know
all
what?
year that I gave it to my wife for Christmas.
It's
I know,
knitted.
it's gross.
It's art.
That's the fun part, though, about the Sweet and Spicy event is because literally you could come with your date who you've never restrained ever and at a table in front of people see, is there a gleam in their eye when you put something on them? Is there a gleam in their eye when they touch something, right? Because
For
maybe
Christmas, I'm going to restrain you.
And gleam in your eye.
I like that. That's the card. That's the card. It says,
Debbie, what else you got in that
for
bag?
Christmas, I'm going to restrain you and gleam in your eye. Love, Tom, and Dan.
Well, I think the most popular thing after
Sponsored
the,
by Fairvilla.
one of the most popular things was the on.
Nice.
We have on, and also normally we do have the pure less intense, but we don't have that with us today.
You must have given my wife a whole gallon of off.
Thank you.
It was Tom's Rock.
Is this the tingly gel?
It's the tingly.
my wife bought this.
You know all
Yes.
Oh, you used this? You got
Familiar.
tingled?
Yes.
Oh, your wife was horny. She's drawing her.
I was gonna say, that's why she has a gleam in her eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what Crystal does to me? I'm eating Wawa sub.
Oh, when she put it on your sub, she's like, you'll like it better than mayonnaise. I put tingling gel on your Wawa sub.
After
Your
I've been,
teeth are now horny.
I was working on
Not
my
where it
fence,
goes.
and then I'm eating. I'm having some Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips.
Have you tried the jalapeno pickle? Pretty good. Pretty good. Spicy pickle.
And then,
Agree.
then she comes over, and then without telling me anything,
Hooks your mouth.
No, she just rubs. No, she rubs the gel on my lips like.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
And then I'm like, "What'd you put on my
I'll
lips?"
punch her in the face. I'll punch my wife in the face if she does that.
You
You gonna put sex gel on my lips while I'm eating a sub? I'm gonna slap your face.
And it's like it's supposed to make your lips vibrate. I'm like, why? I wasn't
That's
ready
assault.
for that.
That's assault.
And she's like, let me know when they start vibrating.
Vibrating what? You gotta go brush your teeth out. That's disgusting.
It did start feeling weird, and start feeling tingly, and then I'm like, what is this for? And she's like, you know.
It's for sex. That's why I put it on your mouth while you're eating a sub.
Imagine
when you
those...
put it on the other bits.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tell them that's where I was gonna go.
Yep. When you, it's not meant for your lips. That's just to try it.
Or sub eating.
Or sub eating. Weird for sub eating. A little weird. But when you put it on the parts that matter, at times that matter,
Okay,
it
all right.
enhances all the things.
I heard if you put it on your beehole, you can
come
lift
on,
more in the gym.
Let me know how that goes.
I feel like that's the intense
You tell
version.
me.
Yeah.
You tell me. I'll give you a couple of. You said you're using 30s. I'll give you some 40s, and I bet you if I put it on there, you'll kill it.
Yeah. We're gonna get kicked off the radio for this, by the way.
What else you got? What else you got?
What
in
else
there?
in the bag?
Let's see. We have. This is always a popular one. The tongue star.
Tongue star. Oh, that's that toothbrush there. You don't have to brush your teeth. You just set it in there and it vibrates. I've seen that.
Or it alleviates teeth marks.
Tongue star. Well, so what does that do?
So it's almost like a mouth guard, but you put it under your tongue, and a vibrator sits at the tip of your tongue. So basically, it's like having a vibrating tongue ring without any piercing. So
Tom's always wanted a vibrating tongue ring.
Did you hear the part about how it covers the teeth?
covers the
Yeah,
teeth.
there's two things Tom wanted: vibrating tongue ring, and the other were those sticks that hippies play with at the beach. What are those things called? Astro sticks.
Bongo
Yeah.
sticks?
Yeah, bongo. Yeah,
Yeah,
he wanted a
How
vibrating
Matthew
tongue ring.
McConaughey of you.
Yeah, he wanted a vibrating tongue ring, and he wanted it like Tiny Dukes, and he's like shirtless, and he's playing with his hippie sticks.
As long as I
quite
could
the
do it
picture.
wearing a cat in a hat.
It's the most fun.
I feel like we have those available.
It's
Yeah,
the most
we
fun.
do.
Tell me
Bongo
if you
sticks,
were,
we'd have to
if
order
you
them.
were
Yeah.
wearing a cat in the hat and your wife put vibrating stuff on your lip, you'd be like, yeah, man, let's do it. You would.
I also want a visor with spiky gray.
Do you guys sell those?
Yeah.
We do.
You do
Yeah.
sell
Yeah,
those?
and Cat in the Hat hats. I feel like we should come back with new stuff.
Next time you come, can you bring 2 of each?
I'm aware.
I'll buy them.
I'm-
I'll
no,
just write you a
listen.
check.
Wait, as a matter of fact, we were talking yesterday. I'm like, oh, what do we bring Tom and Dan this time?
You can bring
So-
us anything.
Well, I was
Now we're-
concerned after the time we spent with your wives over the weekend. We just kind of wanted to let you know what we talked about because you never know how it translates.
Did my wife tell you anything about her intense and utter debilitating dryness?
Well, I want to just say that. No,
I feel like what happens at a Side Chicks event
Stays at a side chick.
Oh, okay. That sucks. Yeah.
But there are things that we can deal with about that. I'm just, Flint mints help all the
Flint
things.
mints.
That was another.
I'm gonna bring you guys that next time.
So let's explain what Flint mints
Sure.
do.
Go ahead. Do you have some? Did we? Talk
I
about
don't
them?
have
Okay.
any with me, but
That's all right. We'll go back to the Flint mints. We talk
Yeah.
about them every time.
Yes.
So they actually come in different formulaics, right? So they're like, they're I don't know what you would call them. They're on a scale of
Intensity.
a little intensity, right? Of a little bit of saliva to right, all the things. So you decide how much stuff that you want. I enjoy using them on the lower side of the scale for things like this.
Yeah.
So that we can talk and not get dry
I
mouth.
started with a Vern Schroyer and I worked my way up to Hawk Tua.
Exactly.
I'm all
Exactly.
the way at Haley Welch now.
full Haley Welch.
Yeah, I'm full Haley.
Keep
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mid-grade in the truck for them never know moments.
In
you
fact,
know?
I have to take a tolerance break because I'm getting a little too wet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
I like where I cannot close my mouth anymore. I just have to open it so water just
yeah,
flows
it's
out.
just- yeah, like I look like a water feature at an Olive Garden.
If you
been
close
getting
your
those
lips, it
Facebook
just
ads, yeah.
immediately fills your cheeks up.
But
I like that.
I mean, as fun as they are for increasing saliva for moments, both in men and women,
Yes.
they're also exceptional for people who are on medication, who get lots of dry mouth from the medication. They're exceptional
Oh, like
for
marijuana.
There would have been point 2, yes, sir. Our
Some dry
420
mouth.
family, we want to
Yep.
make sure they're taken care of.
Autoimmune disorders.
Autoimmune, yep. Anybody who the cotton mouth feeling, we can alleviate that through a single flint mint.
Or the Cottonmouth Kings.
I mean, I feel like they
alternative rappers.
Don't they want to be
from the
kings?
late 90s, early 2000s. I've
What
lost
if they're
my
still
mind.
doing it?
Full
Look up at the
transparency.
Cottonmouth
Full
Kings.
transparency. I lost my mind because Tom and I went out for a fun businessman lunch. And I came back in a better mood.
Yeah.
I came back in a good
Yeah, we
never go and have a
lunches
good
anymore.
lunch.
Where'd you go?
We went to
we're going right
the
after
Current. We went to the
Oh,
Current.
love the Current.
Yeah, we went and got some seafood with our app guy Matthew. We're
Where's
hanging out with him.
where's at Henry's Depot?
No,
No,
there's one right here, College Park. And,
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, the hush puppies are the bomb.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
10
yeah.
minutes down the road.
yeah, College Park location. They're about to open one on 50 and McGuire.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's really gonna help us out. But
I
anyway,
mean-
we went there. I had a my sandwich.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So good, and I'm in a happier mood.
Yeah, yeah. Usually we walk to Publix, salad, mad. Daniel eats one bite
Bite
of
of
the
a sandwich, because the sandwich was made yesterday, and I hate it.
So, anything else we want to promote from Fairvilla? I know we got the Valentine's Day party coming up. That's February 5th, by the way. Great date night for people.
Yeah.
It is, and it's a great introductory. Like Joe was saying, it's a great introductory event because there is a stigma or some intimidation.
Yeah.
But trust me, like my wife goes into Fairvilla as a confident lady, and she was the nerdiest of nerds because it's just not like that. So
It's empowering.
You just got to
and
go
the staff is
and
there
make
to
the
help
staff.
you. Yeah. And actually, when you ask me what we want to promote, listen, we always have fun things going on. We always have events. We always have classes. We always have things. But what we want to promote is for people to feel good about feeling good.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in every stage of life, whatever experiences that you want to have, we're just talking about an event that we're about to do, Femininity After 50. We can still have a great time no matter how old we are, but things change, and Fairvilla is here to change with you. So what we want to promote is everyone having a good time. It's about to get warmer outside,
There you go.
less clothes, more fun, more
More sexy
education.
time.
Yeah, more sexy time.
Yeah. And wet mouths for everybody.
Hey!
All right.
Full Haley's.
Joe, Debbie, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
having
it.
us. so
Nice
much.
to see you guys.
Thanks for letting us be stupid.
I love that about you.
Well,
actually.
we love you guys. Thanks for being so nice to our wives, too.
Oh, we
Always.
love
Sounds
them.
And
good.
to our
too.
lady listeners, you know what? Tom and I, it took us a long time to be able to cultivate women listeners because we came from a place where that was just not a thing.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys treating them so well. Thank you so much.
Aw,
Thank
it
you.
was our
Thank you.
pleasure.
And
Absolutely our
let's
pleasure.
go through the Fairvilla locations real quick. Of course, the Megastore and OBT.
That's
We've
the big
got
boy.
the Sanford location. We got the location Secrets Hideaway in Kissimmee.
Yes.
We got the location over on the coast.
You're good at this, Cape Canaveral.
Cape
Yeah.
Canaveral
Yeah,
location.
East Palatka.
We got East Palatka.
We got Key
And on
West.
International Drive. Key West is no longer with us, gentlemen.
Key West no longer with us.
yeah,
Yeah, times are a-changing down there. We got to change with
Bye,
them.
Key West.
Yeah.
You're
I know,
gone.
very sad.
That was a hard location
It was a
because
hard one.
first, no place to live anymore.
Well, we had an amazing place to live, but when we didn't have that anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
It is not. It is
Thanks,
less
Bill Murphy.
amazing.
yeah, we were talking like, where do the employees live? Like,
Yes.
they can't live here.
Yeah.
Not after Fantasy Fest. that was
Yeah,
it.
that's a different story
They
altogether.
have to live in the ocean. There's no place
But
to
you
live.
can always shop naked at fairvilla.com.
Yeah, and
No,
also you can sign up for
Club F.
Yeah, and
Be
and
part
ma-
of the family.
Be
Get
part
the
of the
thing.
family.
Yeah.
Make sure you find out first and subscribe to their YouTube channel. So for all of that and more,
you.
Gentlemen.
yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
we love
for
you and
having us.
appreciate you.
Our
And
pleasure.
we will be right back.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
everybody.
Valentine's.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun.
Well done.